All right, so if you saw my last video, I explained a little bit about the fact that I was doing financial coaching, and that is something that I was doing for several years, and I very much enjoy doing. However, recently I've been transitioning more into a more SaaS focused type of line of work. SaaS, SaaS, is a software as a service. That's what the word SaaS means, software as a service. To explain it into more simple terms, what I'm really doing is I'm getting a software that has many functions. Specifically, this software is called GoHighLevel. In simple terms, it is a business that's in a box that automates a whole bunch of things. It does almost everything. GoHighLevel does from websites all the way to social media control, management, all the way to ad management. It also even does automations, which is a marketing term where it's something that automates things for you, and it could do automated texting, it could do automated email campaigns, it could do, matter of fact, it even has email marketing. You could have a website on GoHighLevel, and there is so many other things, all the way to managing conversations, for texting, for emailing, for WhatsApp even, and you could do even calls and buy a phone number through GoHighLevel, and it's actually extremely cheap. Now, to put it all simple, GoHighLevel is a jack of all trades. It is a software that has a whole bunch of things in one. And the reality of this is that I stopped coaching, not because I disliked it, but I stopped coaching and I wanted to begin to build something bigger. Financial coaching to me was always something that I did as a side gig, aside from my marketing job. But now I wanted to become something much larger than that, and I wanted to build something more firm, begin to go into my entrepreneurial journey that I've been going on for the past several months. And I went from financial coaching, which I already knew how to do, and I went into what I would call SaaS reselling, like I just mentioned. So GoHighLevel is something I have been fortunate to bump into, and I have been fortunate to be able to learn a whole bunch about. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about this specific system right now. Why? Because right now I have been working specifically with mechanics more than anything, and setting them up with HighLevel. As I had mentioned in one of my previous videos, my father and brother are business owners of a mechanic shop. I grew up working in this business, in this mechanic shop, and what I realize about the auto repair industry is that most small businesses are so behind when it comes to their setup, to their system, when it comes to things that they do. They don't have automated texting. They don't have calendar system where they have an appointment system in place like a dealership, right? They don't have a system in place where they're having people be texted about what is the thing and the level that they're at right now with their clients. For example, a car comes in. The client is kind of in the air about what's going on with their car. Is it getting worked on? Is it not getting worked on? Those are things that if a system could automatically do it for the mechanic by a simple just drag and drop, which is kind of how it works with HighLevel, then it becomes so much easier. Just drop the client there and they get an automatic message, right? And I want to go a little bit into those details about how you can begin to just transform your business. And this is, yes, I'm working specifically with mechanic shops, but this can be applicable for any type of business. So if you're a business owner out there and you are looking to just take your business to the next level, and you're trying to figure out, hey, I've been doing this way for a while. Maybe you've been working on the same family business, and you're trying to see what can I do. I want to get into things like marketing. I want to get into things that could get me ahead in my business. I want to get new clients. I want to produce more, and I want to take my business to the next level. If you want to do that, that is the whole point of HighLevel. What GoHighLevel is going to help you do is it's going to help you take your business to the next level. But of course, you need to know how to set these things up. And that's what I'm here for. I'm going to help you be able to understand a little bit more of this system, although it is obviously going to be more complex than just being able to solve everything in just one video. But let me show you how GoHighLevel works. I'm going to log into GoHighLevel right now, and I'm going to show you on screen as I speak. And I'm going to show you just one simple thing on GoHighLevel that I have set up as of right now for my father's business, which is the an auto mechanic shop, of course, like as I've been mentioning. And this is kind of what I'm setting up in general for businesses, right? So you're going to see right here, if you look up GoHighLevel.com, of course, you can set up an account. And we could talk more about that as we go forward in this video. However, if you see on screen, you're going to be able to see that I'm, as of now, on the dashboard. This is not really a fully set up account. So obviously you're not going to see a lot of things right now on the dashboard, but it is going to be something that as you go forward, you're going to see obviously a ton of more stuff. And I won't go into deep details about exactly right now everything, but I'll show you real quick kind of an automation. So here, if you go to automations, I'm going to show, there's a bunch of automations, first of all, that I already have set up. But one of the automations that I have set up is going to be a missed call text back system. Now, what is the whole point of this system? The missed call text back system, the whole point of it is that one of the biggest things that high ticket businesses or any business in general cannot miss is a phone call. A phone call is generally going to be the way that clients are going to try to reach you. Now, it could be text messaging, it could be phone calls, it could be an email, it could be just showing up to your business if you have a brick and mortar business. But if you have a physical location and you have people show up, that's one thing. But if you have people that are calling, which is generally how it works, especially in the auto mechanic world, but in general, if you have people calling you and maybe that call is a call that's worth $1,000, that could be worth $500, especially with high ticket businesses that are expensive, you're going to find that one call could literally be like $4,000 in some cases. So you need to be able to answer your call. It is the number one way that clients are going to try to reach you, through calls. If you're not answering your calls, what happens? You're losing that potential client. I've talked about this on and on again. Why? Because it is a big deal. People are losing thousands of dollars just not answering a quick call. And the issue with this is that what you're not only doing is losing thousands of dollars, you're losing a client that's going to be recurringly coming back to you, and you're probably losing it to the next door mechanic shop that is competing against. So you can't be doing that. You need to be able to service these clients. I know you're going to miss some calls, especially in the auto mechanic world, and whatever is your world. Maybe you're, I don't know, cutting some wood and you're on a roof and you're trying to fix things and you can't really get to the phone. Or maybe on a mechanic shop, you have your hands full of a chemical, some oil, some antifreeze, and you can't really get to the phone right now because you kind of have to take off your gloves, you have to possibly wash your hands, and then you have to answer the call. By the time you get there, you already missed the call. So this is the whole point of this system that I've been showing. So what I'm going to show you here is going to be the automation itself, and this is how you kind of build it on the builder, as it says here, right? You set it up, and there's a bunch of things that you have to do, and I won't go into specifically what are all the details about this, but it's kind of like a trigger that goes ahead and causes another step, right? When this trigger activates, they kind of go into this automation, then brings them into a waiting period, then brings them that if this happens, then this happens. If it doesn't happen, right, if none of the conditions are met, then this happens, right? And then is SMS, right, ends with the text message. So practically speaking, they're going to come out of conversations. Again, we haven't fully gone all hands in with this, although the system is practically already fully set up for the mechanic shop. The whole point of what's going to happen is, as I said before, the trigger is initially going to come in, right? If there's a missed call, right, the trigger right here, if it's busy, if it goes to voicemail, if there's no answer from the shop's perspective, if the incoming call is not answered and all those things are true, then it goes into this automation. It waits 1 minute and then it goes ahead, and if this is the condition, right? If they call on or after 6:30 p.m., if they call before 8:30 a.m., right, which is the business hours of the shop, what's going to happen is they're going to receive this message, right? Hey, we're closed right now, but if you have any specific situation, then do this, right? Now, if that is not the case and they are open, then what happens is the following. They are going to get a message that says, hey, this is blah blah blah, your business name. We're currently under the hood of a car and couldn't grab the phone. Are you looking to drop off a vehicle or checking on an existing repair? The person receives a text, they text back, and then what automatically begins to happen is you now still have this client that is active, that you're still attending to, that you're not just leaving in the cold. So what does this all do? What it does is that it helps you maintain the client. You don't lose the potential client. You don't lose the prospect, the inquiry, whatever you want to call it, right, in marketing terms. But you begin to get a potential client that you would have lost in another case, and you hold it, right? In this world of auto mechanic, of blue collar lines of work, of a plumber, of a roofer, of a HVAC person, what you lose in missing the call again is thousands of dollars through a simple system that could text back these people and that you could get back to maybe in an hour or two. What ends up happening, literally, like in a 30-second text, you can get back to them like in an hour or maybe in 15 minutes. What you end up doing is you maintain the client. You retain them. You retain the thousands of dollars of that single job. And not only that, but the potential future jobs that that person could produce for you. And what GoHighLevel can do is not only these type of automations, but a ton of more things, like all the way to websites, like I said before, all the way to other automations, like for a mechanic shop, for example, being able to send automated messages about the stage that the job is in right now of the person that dropped off car. On top of that, automations on you need to do your oil change. It's been 2-3 months since you last did it. Please come back to see us. I know that you're due for one soon. Things like that, a Google review automation, a bunch of different things that you can set up with GoHighLevel in regards to automations. Now, the whole point of what I am doing is, as of right now, of course, is servicing and helping auto mechanic shops be able to set up a whole new system with one software tool that could do honestly everything for them, fully set up for them. If they want help, then of course, I am more than willing to help. Now, if you, again, are a business owner, if you are an auto mechanic shop owner, if you are some type of blue collar business owner, or maybe even just a blue collar employee or worker, I heavily recommend that you begin to get into these tools. It's going to bring your business to the next level. Now, Santos Financial specifically, the whole point of all of this is that I want to be able to help businesses grow their potential, grow their business to the next level. That is the whole point of what I am doing with this whole business. I love financial coaching, as I have spoken about before, and I'm not fully leaving that behind. I do want to offer that to businesses in general, being able to help them with their profit and loss things, be able to help them understand, all right, you multiply your business income X amount, but let's help you now manage your expense levels, because that's what happens a lot of times. They boost their income, but their expenses are just boosting with it, and you have to kind of figure out a way to be able to reduce that as much as possible as a business owner. But specifically when it comes to GoHighLevel, the SaaS software, this is going to take you to a stage of your business that you've never been able to get to before. So begin to invest in this. Begin to be a person that is not willing to just stay narrow-minded and look at the things that you've been doing and owning in that, but look into be able to expand yourself and be able to go into things that maybe you're not fully aware of, but that people can help you set up. I am more than willing, of course, to help you set it up. And you could stay tuned here, and you're going to be able to find, of course, a lot of different aspects of how to be able to grow your business and how to be able to use a software like GoHighLevel. Now, if you want to be able, again, if you're a business owner and you want to be able to get your net worth to just a different level, begin to invest in these things. I know that many times, especially in my culture as a Hispanic, many times it's like you're just into the work. I can't add another thing to my plate. I can't do another thing. I'm just too deep into this, and doing another thing is just gonna it's just gonna stress me out more. You'd be surprised how much these softwares can alleviate the work that you're doing. How much an appointment-based system in a mechanic shop could completely transform the way that you do things. How much an automation system can completely eliminate 10-minute calls of a client when you're in the middle of trying to work on an engine. You have to stop everything you're doing to answer a phone call. How much more alleviated you're going to feel in being able to understand that you don't have to run and get stressed out about a phone call. Why? Because you know that you have a system in place that's going to answer, that's going to text that person, that's going to maintain that client, and you're not going to lose that. One of the things I'm doing with the shops right now, in the automotive shops, I'm giving them access to it, and I'm showing them, hey, in 7 days, you were able to produce this many clients that you would have lost because they got enrolled in the missed call text back system automation, and they were able to get texted back when you missed the call. So it helped you produce these clients, not lose these clients. And not only that, but all these clients were able to produce this much money because they did these jobs. Now, imagine in 4 weeks, again, if an automotive shop loses 4 calls that, let's say, are $300 each, right? And in some cases in the automotive shop, again, some jobs are $3,000, some jobs can even be $8,000, right? That's not including parts. Of course, we have to keep that in mind with these types of lines of work. But let's say each one of them produces a profit of $300 after parts and everything. And we have $1,200 in 1 week that this automation can help you set up by you simply sending an automatic text back and having a software that is set up to do that. You produce $1,200 in 1 week. Now, if that is the case, then in a month, you're able to produce 1,200 times 4. Let's say average is 1,200 weekly. You would now produce what? 1,200 times 4, kind of forgetting the math, $4,800. That's correct. $4,800. You're able to produce $4,800 extra dollars a month with just having this software in place. Let alone having someone like me, someone that is able to understand these softwares, constantly be on top of the software, updating it consistently, being on top of the software, being able to respond to people for you, possibly, right, and not have you have that stress on top of it. It's what takes businesses to the next level. I'll come straight with you. There's a lot of marketing tools out there. There's a lot of software tools out there. There's a lot of systems and companies that will produce ads for you, that will do these things. And the tricky part with these ads systems that these companies are doing, the companies that are promoting for you, these marketing companies that are being your marketing consultant, well, the tricky part with them is that they will produce some level of clients. But it's kind of hard to tell what they're going to produce, right? A lot of times they bring you tons and tons of calls, tons of names, but none of them really convert to clients. And that's the tricky part about marketing consulting. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to bring a software tool to your hands, give it to you, teach you it, how to use it, how to set it up for your specific line of work, and how you can produce quite possibly millions of more dollars a year by just simply having an extra software tool. Now, I'm not saying that that's guaranteed, but what I'm saying is that it can definitely produce you quite possibly, especially if you're a high ticket industry, you can quite possibly produce you hundreds of thousands of more dollars just in a year, right? Again, I gave a simple example of $4,000, but if we talk about it producing maybe 6 clients in 1 week, in 7 days, it produces 6 extra clients for an automotive shop, and that line of work, or maybe not a motor shop, maybe you're a roofer, maybe you're HVAC, and you're setting up a whole HVAC system for a house, it's not a $300 profit. We're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. If it could do 5 of those for you in a week, if it could do 10 of those in a month, it's tens of thousands of extra dollars that you are producing by simply having a software that doesn't even cost a ton of money. That's why I say, open up your mind, don't be narrow-minded, and open up to the reality that investing in these type of things can really produce you to the next level. It's very different in a marketing consulting job that just someone that's just keep throwing ads out there and trying to get you to convert. I do think that those things work. However, I don't think it can work alone. I think you need tools like these. I think you need a system in place that can text back those ads, that can do all of that. So if you're a business that wants to take your work to the next level, that wants to take your personal business to the next level, look into these software tools, look into GoHighLevel. If you need to need some type of help setting this up, if you need some extra information about it, just hit me up, send me a message, put a comment, respond to the DMs, and if anything, you can also look into my website, santosfinancialstrategy.com, and I am more than willing to be able to do a free appointment with you. Not only that, but be able to give you the software for free for 7 days. Now, if you want to, again, change from the old way of doing things and do something new, just hit me up, like I said before. And you can contact me also at 551-556-2220. Feel free to contact me, to shoot me a text. Feel free to email me at coach@santosfinancialstrategy.com as well. And again, I look forward to be able to hearing from you. If you're an entrepreneur out there, follow along as we continue to build this software together, as we continue to understand this software together, as we continue to expand our businesses, all right? So again, as I've said before, if you're an entrepreneur, your business will only grow as much as you grow. Learn more, produce more, grow more every single day. Be consistent, and you'll see how your business will grow, not only by what you do, but how much you're willing to learn about tools like this one. Learn about GoHighLevel. Contact me if you need more information. And remember, this is Santos Financial, and this is your path to freedom.